Scaffolders have arrived at Edmund Trebus's house. Mike Cording of Haringey Council has declared the place a public health hazard. Over 30 years, Mr. Trebus has filled house and garden with rubbish. After months of wrangling,
every so often I come on here or I go on the radio and mutter that for people who are struggling with keeping their house or whatever clean and tidy, that we all would like that, but don't beat yourself up too much, because hoarders come out of hoarder houses and they're remarkably healthy. And this is the gentleman that I refer to. It is a gentleman called Edmund Trebus, and it is from a programme from 1999, 2000, called A Life of Grime. Now, Mr. Trebus, I don't know if you see him in that clip. I tried to load it all, but I'm not sure if it all did. Was remarkably healthy for an old boy, and he was an old boy. He had been through some terrible things in his life, and it led to him he had a massive house, and he was a huge hoarder. He had no water, he had no facilities, he had to crawl in through a gap. And eventually I think he did have a fall, and they took him in, and they had a problem in the hospital with him trying to steal their teaspoons. But the point is that he was, as you can see, he was quite healthy and quite lively. I mean, despite his entire house having been condemned as a public health hazard. If you are struggling with your mental health and you are unable to look after your house, there are people who to help. There are things that you can do. But if you are being judgmental about people who maybe don't have the standards that you personally think are personal, I would like to point out that throughout the history of humanity, humans have lived in some really quite insanitary conditions and have come out of it both happy and healthy. Now, if you like to have your house spotlessly clean and you can keep that standard up, good for you. I'm pleased. If it makes you happy, you do you. But do not judge those who cannot or do not want to do it, or those who aren't interested. Because despite all of what you say, it's surprising how healthy humans living in some really quite unpleasant conditions can be. And if you're interested, like I said, I'll link it in the caption. No, maybe I can't. I don't think I can. Life of Grime, honestly. Edmund Trebus. He was a lovely old man.